Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Self-Care Sunday. Today I wanted to talk about toxic positivity. I think I wanted to address it because you hear a lot of people talk about positivity, but nobody talks about the other side of it. Well, not nobody, but not enough people, I think, talk about the other side of positivity, which can be really toxic. So that's what I want to touch on today. First of all, let's start with what is toxic positivity. I think the idea that acknowledging any emotion that you have other than positive ones, acknowledging any negative emotions that you have, that makes you a negative person. I think it's fake optimism, and I think other people may be directing it at you, or you may be directing it at yourself or at others. So some examples of toxic positivity are everything happens for a reason. It could be much worse. People have it much worse. Don't worry, be happy. Positive vibes, man, positive vibes only. Just be positive. Think happy thoughts. These are like things that people might say. Either they think they're being supportive but failing, or they know they're not being supportive. They just want you to shut up, or they don't have time for problems, or they are horrible people and are trying to manipulate you into not feeling your feelings. So like these kind of statements, I think they're really toxic because they're totally dismissive of a person's feelings and emotion. It's a way of silencing someone and not giving them the space to feel what they feel and express who they are and what they're feeling at the time. It's like people just want like a tailor-made version of like shiny happy people. Sweeping negative emotions under the carpet doesn't mean that they've gone anywhere. They haven't gone away. You've not stopped feeling them. You've just hidden them away. You're just pretending that you don't feel them. And I think when you do that, they manifest in different ways. They come out because they have to, and either they come out in your everyday behaviors. You're either snappy, or you're in a bad mood, or you're depressed, or you think nobody understands you or loves you, or you are, you know, quite good at hiding, and you hide and hide and hide until one day it just goes because you can't take it anymore, that you are not allowed to be honest. It leads to feeling disconnected from people, and constant invalidation of who you are and how you feel. Leads to depression often, and it leads to lots of different kinds of personality disorders. It's not a light thing to completely shut someone down and do it in such a tricky way where it makes you look like all you're trying to do is help. All you're trying to say is, oh, come on, be positive, don't think about the bad stuff. But that's not how anything gets solved. If you have negative emotions, if you have negative feelings or situations in your life, hiding from them or pretending that they don't exist is never the way. Nobody that knows anything about anything will tell you, oh yeah, just pretend it's not happening and then it'll go away. That's not how it works. Inability to deal with emotions as they arise it's a serious thing. It's like even when you have a kid, the way you react around them, you feel like, oh, if I do this, if I'm so reactive, or if I'm like not feeling enough or whatever, you have to like make sure everything you do is like setting an example, because you don't want your kid to not be able to express their emotions, right? And then so you have to think of yourself in that way as well. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? All these things are valid. Don't shut yourself down to be a comfortable person to be around or a pleasant person to be around, because the only people that can't be around you when you're honest are people that don't really care about you. They only care about their own comfort. Apart from all those things like depression and stuff, it also comes out in ways like anger. Like a lot of people have anger problems, I think. I've experienced it a lot, and I think it's obviously coming from somewhere where a person feels they're not allowed to be their true self, and that comes from things like this, I think, where your basic emotion of sadness or a negative thought of any kind is used against you to make you feel like you are a negative person or that you don't know how to be happy. And I think nothing could be further from the truth. Anybody that is willing to look at themselves, understand what they're feeling and deal with it is a really mature person and a person that's on their way to actual happiness. Another thing it does is makes you feel shame and embarrassment for feeling your emotions. It's like, oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this when everybody else is able to be all, oh, peace, love and light, man, but like, why am I feeling all these bad things? And I think it's very important to remember that your feelings are your feelings. Don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed, just go through your feelings. If you don't deal with your feelings, they will eat you up inside. I'm going to end with, you have to acknowledge that you are a whole person with a whole range of emotions, and that having negative emotions doesn't make you a negative person, and accepting that you have negative emotions or speaking it doesn't make you a negative person. It just makes you human. So stop beating yourself up. So thanks for listening, guys. I really wanted to make this video because I think toxic positivity is such a prevalent thing today, especially in the like Instagram online world where people put their best self forward. I think it's very important to remember that nobody's happy all the time, and pretending not to feel negative emotions is not happiness, it's just pretending. I was reading Carl Jung the other day and I read this quote that fits perfectly into what I wanted to say in this video, and it goes like, I've written in my bookie. It says, whatever is rejected from the self appears in the world as an event. That is so real. I just love the way he just puts things so right, so succinctly, in just like, he just said everything I wanted to say in that one quote. I may as well just put that quote on my stories and not make a video, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Talk to me in the comments and tell your friends. Subscribe to my YouTube. Okay, bye. God, I'm sweaty, it's so hot here. I'm gonna have to take this goddamn thing off. My neighbor just gave this to me and I love it. It's so cuddly and it's like the sweetest shade of pink and beach.